Mi gente, WrestleMania Night 1 is in the books. Me cago en la madre. Did Jey Uso do the damn thing or what? How many people are crying this morning because Jey Uso went out there and put on the performance of his career to win the World Heavyweight Championship? The way Gunther put him over was very reminiscent of the way Gunther put over Ilya Dragunov in NXT. The way he tapped out after Jey Uso did everything in his power to finally get the big man down. Last night, not only did Jey Uso become the new World Heavyweight Champion, but he officially became the new Ring General. New Day versus the War Raiders was just that, a war. Those four men worked each other seamlessly. I had zero expectations going into this match, and I came out of it pleasantly surprised. This match itself, to me, was one of the better tag matches we've had in quite some time. I loved the way the War Raiders just went out there and said, nah, this isn't a wrestling match. Because when you tag that line onto your story, you have to show me what you showed me last night. Me specifically. That's what we got. And in a stunning upset, the New Day win the WWE Tag Team Championships once again. All is right with the world because New Day rock. Now I know this is going to be a controversial take, but what would any of my videos be without them? Rey Fenix was not prepared for the moment yesterday. Don't get me wrong. I think that version of Rey Fenix is better than any version of Dragon Lee. But you can tell that he didn't get time to prepare himself that he was going to go out there and perform at WrestleMania. I don't think wins and losses matter as much as they probably do to some in the IWC. Let's also remember that this was Chad Gable's debut at WrestleMania. He's never had a match. These are two men that just went out there. They put on a banger, but Ray didn't look like himself. And Chad Gable definitely relished in the moment. It was beautiful. Jade and Naomi was everything I wanted it to be and so much more. I gotta be honest with you, I didn't have much expectations coming from Jade's side because I feel like she still has a lot of work to do. But damn, did she blow the roof off the place. Just the aura that she presents herself with. Both of those women getting the time to work. I was worried that this was going to be a squash match, and we got anything but that. It was two women that got to go out there and just beat the crap out of each other because it was the real blood feud of a WrestleMania weekend. I'm so happy that they got to showcase themselves the way they did. They deserved the moment. They absolutely did. And I'm hoping, as we're seeing on the IWC, that this match doesn't end here, that it continues the story. LA Knight and Jacob Fatu, up to this point, stole the show. 100%. Those men, that moonsault into a BFT was a work of art. Just beautiful. And even the way Jacob rolled over to the ropes, it didn't even look like it was planned. It looked like it was just instinct. It was beautiful. Both of these men worked each other well. I really hope we get a rematch at Backlash because this can't be the only time we get these two one-on-one. They are a match made in heaven. Good on Jacob Fatu, our new United States champion. Love this match. 100% love this match. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair was a banger. I was screaming to anyone that would listen to me that this was the match of the night. This was probably going to be the match of the weekend after the performance that those two women put on. But obviously the main event changed all that. But Charlotte Flair, we will not be taking any Charlotte Flair slander because, coño, man, did she make that girl look good? Did she make Tiffany Stratton not look like a star? Going into this match, Tiffany Stratton, well, her aura was down. Her star was down. Even that Barbie entrance that was dope as fuck, it was dope as fuck, her aura was down. You could see she had a little boo-boo face when she was coming out. Like she wasn't really excited to be there. By the end, she knew it. As she was sitting there with her missing tooth, she was looking out and she was like, man, I talked all that shit. I said all that shit about Charlotte. And she still went out here like a fucking pro and put me over. Charlotte Flair once again proved She is Mrs. WrestleMania. Cry about it. And what can I say about the main event? What can I say? I picked Seth Rollins to win, so I'm happy that my pick turned out. But once again, I saw WWE protect Roman Reigns in a way that they've never protected any other superstar. There is no other star in professional wrestling that gets that treatment. The man does not lose cleanly. He just doesn't. It doesn't matter what you do, he's never going to lose a clean match again for the rest of his career. It's the second straight WrestleMania match that he's taken the pinfall loss. And he did it to somebody that he wanted to help make. There was rumors coming out a while ago that Paul Heyman was going to jump ship to a heel as his next Paul Heyman guy. And I'm just so glad that it's Seth Rollins. One, because personally I love Seth, and I think that if he's the guy that takes the title off of Cody, especially if it's because of Heyman, oh my God, I would love that. But wow, just a spectacular performance by all three men. I wanted to save Punk for last, clearly. I'm just so proud that he got that moment. I'm so happy. I'm so, joyous. Because CM Punk deserved every bit of that. All those years, I was one of those people that listened to that podcast with the Colt Cabana. And I remember thinking, I agree with every single thing Punk said here. Everything. To this day, I agree with everything he said. I don't think Punk's ever said anything wrong. I don't think he's ever done anything wrong. I think people are just mad at him because he has controversial takes. And the reason I like that so much, and the reason that I empathize with that so much, because that's who I am as a person. I don't give a fuck if you don't like what I have to say. I absolutely love what CM Punk did last night, his performance, even the fact that he couldn't even talk to Jackie Redmond after the show. It was just brilliant. This was the match of the weekend, and you're fooling yourself if you think that the show that's going on today, the match that's closing that show, is going to be better than what we got last night. No way. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes in no fucking world is going to be better than that main event we got last night. That main event we got last night was the match of the year. It was the match of the year. I know that's hyperbolic and I hate stuff like that. It was the match of the year. WrestleMania, to me, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5 empanadas.